Hello, I'm Stan Smith and welcome to Is Not, Is To Art Studio. Today I'm going to give you my 2 cents on what I think about my new Bestarc plasma cutter. It's the model number BTC 500DP. I ordered it off Amazon. I think it was around $240. And I have a bit of a spoiler alert. I did not film myself taking this out of the box. I know some people like to show that. Frankly, I know how to take stuff out of a box. I'm just kidding with you. Sometimes I really do struggle getting stuff out of boxes. But anyway, if you give me just a second, I'm going to do some rearranging here, and then we'll actually see how well this thing can cut. And more importantly, see if it can actually make some seaweed. So, give me just a second. This video is really just for fun, so I'm not going to get all technical on you. I will tell you, I didn't even try the 110 volt. It does come with an adapter, and the machine actually knows what voltage you're plugged into and will automatically switch. And it's got these little lights up here so you'll know that it's actually switched to the correct voltage. It's also got this warning light here that just manual says OC, so your guess is as good as mine. And we're going to be cutting 16 gauge carbon steel. So I'm going to start with 60 psi and 30 amp. And then this is the time delay for the nozzle cooling. The air will continue to blow for whatever you set that onto. I think that'll help extend your consumables. Okay, let's see if we can make some seaweed. And if that goes well, maybe we'll even try to make some coral. But first, I found this little standoff guide here a little awkward, so I'm going to try it without it. I'm just going to drag it at a slight angle, drag it on this edge. On thin metal, a little bevel in the metal, you're probably not even going to see it very much. Now if you were cutting thick metal, you'd really want to be holding it straight. So that would probably be really useful for that. And so as soon as I start cutting, it's going to get real noisy. My air compressor is going to come on, and I'm fairly confident that it's going to be able to maintain the 6 CFM cubic feet per minute at 60 psi. So we'll see how well that goes. Okay, here we go. Here's where I was going too fast, or I might have been able to just turn up the current. They're pretty warm. They don't get near as hot as like cut with acetylene. So, I don't know. I think that'll work. Let's go ahead and see if we can cut some coral. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but I've laid out 3 different pieces of coral, and I'm just gonna, best I can, try to follow that. It doesn't have to be perfect. I suspect there's going to be some grinding involved here, but let's see how this goes. Okay, so now I'd like to show you what I'm going to do with my coral and my seaweed. This is the back side of my Yellow Submarine Automaton project. There's going to be 3 different motions here. This one is going to be moving some jellyfish around. This one moves the telescope. And then this one over here is going to move a fish back and forth, kind of hiding in the seaweed. So let me we'll go ahead and flip it around, kind of give you a better idea of what's going on here. Let me pull the motor out of it real quick. It's a little 6-volt geared motor. I don't know if you're familiar with the Yellow Submarine from the Beatles, early 60s. I was actually 8 years old when that movie came out. My older brother wanted to go see it, so I think my mom said he could go see it if he took me along, so I got to see that movie. So here's where the seaweed's going to be, over on this side. And I've yet to figure out exactly how all this is gonna lay out. But then there's gonna be this little fish. He's gonna, I'm thinking, like hide in the seaweed here, and he'll come poking out. And then the coral's gonna go over here somehow. And then I'm making these 3 jellyfish. They fit in here, and they're gonna kind of wiggle around a little bit. And then this telescope right here, it moves around. But then I'm going to, of course, I still have yet to finish this part of it, but I'm, of course, paint it the yellow, orange colors, and then I'm going to paint some blue, shades of blue down here, and of course paint the coral and everything real nice, and maybe coat the whole thing with coating of epoxy resin. So if you're not already subscribed to my channels, I encourage you to do that, and then when I get finished with this, you'll get to see how well it came out. So till next time, God bless.